Okay, I'm just going to get the YouTube link and I'm going to pop it onto the video. Okay. Here we go. Okay, there we are. And I'm just going to go back. I'm just going to share this. Hello, Kathy and Kelly. How are you? Right. I'm just putting this into the Creative Family group and the Creative Hub group. Okay, and I'm just going to send it in Messenger. The 3 Messenger groups. Oh, I probably should send it in Messenger to our Passion group. And I'm just going to put it in the Passion Retreat group. Sorry, everyone. Right. It seems to be working. Let's get out of Facebook. Okay. Right. So, it's working now. Hello, I said hello to Kathy and Kelly. Hello, Carol. Great, thanks. You unable with your sale. It is working now. So I tested the sale, right? But I didn't realize I still had a test code in there from testing something else earlier in the week. When I was preparing it earlier in the week, I was testing from then. And it appeared to be working in my shopping cart, didn't it? But it wasn't working because somehow the software that's smarter than me changed to needing a code. No, you really want this to be a code, not automatic. So I've just gone and I've deleted it and I've restarted it and it is automatic again, like it was when I tested it earlier in the week.
We might test it after class.
I might test it again after class. I will keep testing it just in case it decides.
Oh, Jake got a passable day. Woo-hoo.
I have never had this. Recently I did have something change a code because it thought my code was silly and it thought its code was better, but no. But yes, it is working properly now. And everybody who has already purchased has actually been given a store credit for, who's purchased since we announced our Australian made sale this afternoon, has actually been given store credit for the discount amount.
That doesn't expire.
That doesn't expire. That store credit that we just gave you does not expire. So if you've already done your sale purchase, we have given you a store credit. That does not expire for the discount amount. I have gone through and I have fixed that. I am very, very sorry. I am truly sorry about this. Because I thought, oh, I'll just test it again. And then Quentin goes, oh, these sales don't have amounts on them. So, and as always, manufacturing will be first ordered, first out. Hello, Dinah and Di. Hello, Joanne and Debbie. Hello, Sam. Hello, Karen. Received my parcel today. That's awesome. Was lucky hubby was at work when my parcel came, says Diana. Oh, there you go. That's probably a bit good, isn't it? Okay. So, where are we at? We're using Passion tonight. I'll turn on my little lighty thing there. I don't know if it makes a difference. I'm going to pretend it makes a difference. It's actually a book light for reading. And does shine a little bit of light. Very, very good. Hello, Jenny. How are you? So I see some people have got shopping carts. They've got stuff in. We actually don't see all your shopping carts. It's only if you leave the website that we will see your shopping cart. If you're logged in, you've added stuff to a cart and you leave the website. I can't do anything with it. I can't make it go through for you or anything. But I did see that some were there, and yeah. So I have fixed it. It is an auto sale. You don't need a code. And yeah, it's just because I was testing it earlier in the week and it was doing what I wanted it to do, but I didn't retest it today to make sure it still did what I wanted it to do. Just me. Hello, Tash. How are you? So if you're here and you're not understanding what I'm yapping about, it's that last week we were saying we had something big coming in April when it was still March. So it is this weekend. It is a celebration of our Australian-made certification, which did happen back in February. I think it was February. It has been a 4.5-year journey. And to celebrate, we are giving you 25% off over 6,000 of our products. We did do a little bit of a to-do about it, but this is the big celebration because we're pretty excited about being Australian-made. We know we're already Australian-made, but being acknowledged as Australian-made is a big thing. Hello, Dee. How are you?
There's so much more we want to make, too.
There's so much more we want to make. Quentin and I were looking for something else the other day. He was going through a drawer in my studio here, in my desk, and it was a bit of a catch-all tool and art drawer and, like where I dumped stuff. And he goes to throw out a couple of drawings from the kids, and he goes, they're just junky bits of paper with squizzles on them. I'm like, no, they're drawings the kids gave me when they were really little in my room. They would come in here and create with me. So I've shoved them back in the drawer. But he did find a tool and he goes, we could make that. We could make that better. So there you go. Watch this space.
Tool that hasn't been around for a long.
Tool that hasn't been around for a long. Well, actually, that's another one. I'm actually talking about something that is kind of still around, but not made in Australia.
Oh, the other one, yes. Okay.
Yes, but he's talking about something that, as well, that hasn't been around for decades. Yeah. Hello, Lois. Hello, Joanne. It's amazing. There you go. So let's have a look at the passion paper. And then, is tonight's class different? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Don't know if you'd call it different. So this is it's not a topper, it's a insert for the pack. So this is the pack insert. I think these are in order. I think I did these. So this is paper number 1. I think my little light's doing really well. I think my biggest problem is my ruler casts a shadow. My rulers, my little cup of rulers. And this is paper 2. Hello, Diane. Not sure how long I will be here. I've got family arriving soon, but I will rewatch tomorrow if I need to. Cool. Awesome. Hello, Mel. I think Mel might be someone who's got a shopping cart sitting there that the discount didn't work on. We were just saying, Mel, about how the discount worked earlier in the week, but it didn't work today. Of course, it didn't work today. Paper 3, paper 4, paper 5, and paper 6, which we're going to be using tonight, paper 6. I really don't like doing codes for sales. I really think like it's nice to have it as an auto discount. Now, it won't work with other discounts. So if you are a first-time shopper and you put your email address in and get a code, screenshot the code, write the code down. Don't use the code because it's not as much discount as the 25% off. Keep that code for the next time you shop. I've actually got it set so that you get the code. You can only use that code once, but you don't have to use it the first time you shop. You could use it the third time you shop. So, but keep the code. Make sure if the discount doesn't show up, click on checkout, go to that checkout page and have a look if it's got any discounts loaded. X out of those, take a note of the discounts it's got there, X out of them, and then go back to your shopping cart, refresh the page or pull down if you're on a device, and your discount will show up for our Australian made sale. But keep your first time shopper code for another. And just a little secret, the first time shopper code was reset about 9 months ago. So everybody becomes a first time shopper. A lot of you haven't filled it in, but you can always try it and see if it gives you a code. It might give you a code, you know, just as a little, because I've reset it every 3 years. So yeah, every 2 to 3 years. It's been 3 years this time. So I reset it so that it just doesn't end up an unmanageable list. Okay, so for tonight's class, we're using this sampler. We're going to use paper number, and that's one of my flowers from this week's classes in the Creative Hub. We're going to use paper number 6. So I fussy cut the sampler, the Savo. I've got the pockets fussy cut strip from the fussy cut strip back. I've got a piece of white cardstock. I've got a photo of Quentin and I, and he looks like a bit deranged there, but it'll be cool.
As handsome as ever.
Thank you, Diana and Diane. The paper is lovely, isn't it?
That is not my best look.
No, it's not, but it's okay. I look better than you. I don't think I do, actually.
Oh, wow.
Hello, Mary. See you, dear. Be safe.
True love. See you, love.
See you in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hello, Mary. Kathy loves paper 6. Yes, I was wondering about that. Yes, I have fixed it. It's very cold, 5 degrees tonight. It was hot there not long ago. Sounding very technical for some, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Dinah said hello, Q. Okay. So we'll pick chipboard in a little bit, but I have a bit of a, yeah, very technical. Do let me know if it sounds too hard with the discount, but I don't want you to miss out on the discount because you've got a code there that you could use at another time. Because we have a lot of discount codes floating around. A few people got awesome ones earlier this week in the cycle. So we actually have a cycle of discounts just cycling around. It takes about 18 months to go through a full cycle of the discounts, the different ones. So if you like a particular type of product, you'll see that every now and then you'll get an email about that particular type of product, and then you'll get a code or, yeah. So we do have a lot of stuff cycling around. We try to reward our customers for being our customers. going to wait for him to go. He actually goes past at 3:30 in the morning. He'll come back. He's going to work, that man. He's coming back at 3:30 in the morning, just so you know. You should see some of the photos I scrapbooked my hubby. Oh, I've scrapbooked some dodgy ones over the years. So I've got this picture of a page. This is my page, just so you know, my page. This is from one of my designer creativity kits. So we had a kit club. Noah's 20 in July. I had a kit club before I had Noah. Let's put it that way. And then I paused it and then reopened it back in like 2015, 2016. I think 2016 it was, and did it for a little bit again. But yeah, it was a lot of work on my own then. I had a design team back in the day with my early one, but everyone's lives sort of changed and I put it on pause. I did put it on pause after quite a few years. But yes, we had a kit club more than 20 years ago. But this is from 2016 and it's a nautical one. And I wanted to do this to show you like that you can take something that you like and you can make it your own and kind of scrap lift it, kind of, you know. My photo goes the opposite way, but that's okay. Because a lot of people look at it and go, oh, well, I've got to have a photo that's portrait. Well, you don't. You can have a landscape photo and still take something from it that makes you happy, because scrapbooking should make you happy. So what we're going to do, we'll definitely do a frame. Definitely going to use some timber, but I have got my hexagons I want to use, and we'll see what else we get from it. So let's start with oh, did we have some spilt milk? Well, I hope you didn't cry over it.
No.
Sorry, I just had to say it. I couldn't help myself. Hello, Deborah. Yes, you may find watching on the tubes better. The very first comment on Facebook is actually the YouTube link. Okay. So, let's take paper 6 and we're going to frame it with our page with the grey. So we're actually going to stitch 2 bits of that together, not with the sewing machine. So I'm going to cut like as far as I can along the grey. There we go. Gone as far as I possibly can. And I'm going to do the same here, so that it's sort of the same tone where we join up. It's close to. Now, couldn't we just buy fussy cut all of those? I have fussy cut a couple of sheets of that. Watching from Woodford Pub. Oh, sounds awesome. Rightio. So you will see it's slightly different, and that's because the colour varies across the piece, and that's cool. A bit of difference is okay. So let's put some tape on here. And then we're going to just turn out a little bit at each end. Then we're going to get tongue-tied there. Going to get one of our rulers. This is the stamp edge from the other weekend. Now, if you missed our store tour today, we did a store tour this afternoon. So we need to make sure that our piece ends up being a little bigger than 12 inches. I'm just lining it up. I like it to be just a little bigger than 12 inches, just in case I cut crooked. And we're sticking. So yes, we did do a store tour this afternoon. I've been moving things around in the store. Very happy. Very, very happy with how it's going. So I'm going to cut this to 12 inches now. And if you look hard, you can see where it's joined. So if you missed the store tour, you would have missed me letting you know that this weekend we're doing... Holy dooly, what happened to this? Oh, I might have used it since. You're not going to continue to use this fast cutting. This needs a clean. Maybe John doesn't clean it. We know that. I'm doing a class that takes 2 nights. So I'm going to do a 2-part class on Saturday night and Sunday night making a mini book. So I'm going to make a passion mini book, and it's going to be 8 by 6. I will show you what I mean about 8 by 6. So I've got a 6 by 8 cover set, and I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it landscape. And I'm going to do the inside a bit different. I've been working on something. I wasn't going to do this till May, but, well, I am going to do something in May, but it's a bit different. But yeah, so this is part of what I was going to do in May for something else, but we'll do it this weekend. So we're doing Saturday night and Sunday night. I will pull up at the 2-hour mark each night, well, on Saturday night, and then what we'll do is I'll have some homework, and that homework might be some sticking or things that we've already cut, or it might be colouring chipboard or something like that, and I'll do that on Sunday, and then on Sunday night we'll come back and finish our book. But yeah, but I'm not leaving it till May. I'm going to do this one now. I do have another mini book that's completely different that I'm working on. But I haven't, yeah, I've got a little bit further to go with it. I was going to do it for passion, but it won't be passion now. So let's just cut this into a 1-inch frame. So we're making it a 1-inch frame so that we can use the bit we cut out to alleviate the weight in our albums, and also to have something to mat our photo with. So I think we might mat the photo with the grey, and it'll bring the grey back around to the front as well, and it'll be really nice. Did we have that on here? Oh, look at that. I did. I used this spot. You can see I've always been a fan of the good old frame the page. I love framing pages. What else have we done this week? We did a store tour. School holidays here in Queensland. Amelia and I have been working on the front of the store, changing things. We haven't quite finished our window displays. We've got 1 bay done out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 bays. Out of 6 bays, we've done 1. We've finished 1, completely finished 1 bay out of 6. The others are sort of a bit dodgy. So, I don't know where the joins are. Oh, top and bottom. Let's put the joins on the side. Now we're going to work out how we're going to cut our white piece. I'm going to have a fair bit going on the page, so it will be nice to use the white just to have it nice and crisp. I think about that. That's a little more than I did originally, but I like that. So that's going to be... If we cut this white piece to 10 3/4 by 10 3/4, fighting glove, it says Diana. It will be really good. So 10 3/4 by 10 3/4. I had been working on what I'm going to do already, but then I caught up with a friend of mine and she showed me an album she'd been working on, and I went, okay, so it is possible to do what I'm talking about, because I thought I was doing something silly. But I've already done it at an in-person retreat before, similar but different. And I just, yeah, I think I just needed to solidify it in my mind that, yeah, I wasn't being ridiculous in what I wanted to do. So I'm just going to neaten this up, and I need a 6 1/4. Where's 4 1/4? It's here, so it'll come down to about here. It's always to this green splodge name got on it.
See, aren't you glad?
I'm so glad you got that green splodge now, trimmer. 6 1/4 by 4.
Purely for your benefit.
Just for me.
Yeah, I thought, what a good.
Don't know about the grey.
What a pretty good gift.
No. Yeah. How you going? How's your tutoring going, lovey dove?
I'm finished for the night.
You've definitely finished. He's not going to
Yes.
phone a friend again.
No, it's all good. I didn't even check that his referencing was correct. Christ.
Okay. So we're going to use bits of timber. I don't know if I can use timber and hexagons. Quentin actually was being quite modest. He actually has a product he's working on. He's been spending a lot of time on it. And what if we did something more of a... Do I have any more of that colour? I do. But yes, he has definitely been working on another product, and he has been spending a lot of time on it. Plus, he does spend a lot of time helping my mum. So what if we did it sort of like that, and it became kind of like... Must have left his lunchbox at home. Sorry. So... kind of to get the timbery colour to go across, you know, like in stripes. And then we sort of like that. We'll do sort of like that. No, that's not how it goes. Because the blue will be here. And then we've got some flowers. Like the blue will be there. Like that. Somehow. Sorry, I'm coming back. Hello, Jeanette. How are you? I have to buy a new acrylic tearing ruler as they don't like getting in the office chair. I found out. Oh no, Mel. Well, but do you have a short one now? You now have a 6-inch tearing ruler. Sounds a bit terrible, but it could be a good thing, maybe. And let's put a postcard in here. I like the tiny postcards. We sent postcards from every place, but I will admit we did cheat. In Port Chalmers, we bought a postcard from the Sounds, and we did send our Sounds postcard from Port Chalmers. So we did send 2 from there. And Amelia got them a few weeks later.
After you guys got home.
After we were home.
We got none while you were away.
No. That's okay. Oh, and a padlock.
Have you told them about the sale?
Yes, and I have fixed it.
Oh,
because you know how I tested it earlier in the week and it worked? Well, when I tested it today, all I was doing was just checking what I did earlier in the week, and it wasn't correct.
Oh, great fun.
So it's now working.
Oh, beautiful.
Do we put perfect day on here? Oh, I do like that there. Do we distress? And I should have done this on the clean design board, because I'm feeling like I want to flick something on the background like silver. That's really silly. Oh. Hello, Tina. I'm being sneaky, having a look at what you're creating. That's cool, Diane. That wood grain is amazing. Oh, I nearly cried. Oh, for cards now, yes. I always use the design board. I never thought of it for card size. Great idea. Yeah, don't chuck it away. It'll be handy for something. You could use it for something. Make an embellishment out of it. Put it on a page. Document the story of what happened to your... Do you know where the other design board is, Amy? I think it's slipped underneath the cupboard. No, it hasn't slipped under here. Dad has been in here.
Bit of a good rummage.
He has had a good rummage through my drawers looking for something.
What number?
No, it's not.
Have I turned you?
Oh no, it's here in the wrong spot.
Don't forget, I've returned your creative palette.
No.
To get the full effect of the engraved, you've got to flip it over. You can just use the back side.
No. She has been using both sides. Get away. Get out with you.
Okay. What happened to someone's design board?
What's that?
Talking about a design board?
No, Mel's rolled over with her chair over her creative ruler. So you could use one part a what not to do page. Yes, Mel, there is a what not to do page. Always have to do a what not to do page.
You could frame it.
You could frame it. Yes.
We
I
have
reckon a page.
we have the first braille we used in our
We have-
manufacturing framed.
Yes. Well,
In
we
in-
trashed a braille. The first one lasted longer.
it lasted years.
Yeah, we trash brailles. Okay, I'm just moving this all over to the design board.
I'm gonna go and check on meals and then be back to build the kit. You good?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks cool. Love the photo. Dad's
Crazy eyed dad. I don't know where that one went. Oh, look at that. It's almost right. Yeah, you always got to have a good what not to do page. I've been working on something new with journaling, and I think this is the perfect page for it. Okay, so I actually think we need to put on here, stick them together, and then I think we might need to put like some of this colour here, this brown colour, and possibly some dirty silver colour. We'll make like a dirty silver colour. But we'll definitely make this light brown colour. Am I going to put this? I'm going to sit this up here on the bin. Stay. Okay. So our title we might paint with our brown colour. And what we might do is we might then like dry brush some of our dirty silver colour on it. Okay, so I've turned back a tiny bit on each side, like on one end of each side of the tape, sorry. Proper English, Elisa. I think I like that. I actually think I've worked out why Kathy likes this piece of paper. I think it's got all the flowers on it. Kathy's a bit of a flower crafter, aren't you, Kathy? I do like cutting those flowers out, I have to admit that. Okay, let's just move this other chipboard over here. I do have, no, we'll show you that chipboard on the weekend. It is the weekend, Saturday. We'll use it then. Okay. Paintbrush. Sorry, just showing my head off. I am thinking Let's make this. And white. So I have bronze. Actually, I don't need bronze. I need gold. So I have gold and silver. I have burnt umber, chocolate brown. I have white, and then I have some silver glitter for no particular reason other than I wanted to. So these Montmartre paints are amazing. $2.50. And my name is Alicia, and I was a paint snob. So I only used golden artist colors made in America and from the finest pigments. They were very expensive. They still are. We have gotten rid of all of ours in the store. Naomi and I are gradually burning through ours here at home, using them up for other art projects. But I am going to say these are just as good. So I used to have like heavy body, high flow, and fluid, like 3 different types in the golden. Whereas with this, I can add water and make the different types. Like I can make high flow from this, and it doesn't split down. Like it doesn't split into other colors. I used to do a lot of folk art when my big kids were little, and before I even had Naomi John. Well, before I had any children as well. Before I had Milton, I used to paint furniture and that as well. And I used a lot of Joe Sonia and a little bit of Matisse. I found they didn't last long. They split. These don't split. Even golden will eventually split. Black gesso is meant to split. Like if you open up your black gesso and there's some liquidy and some painty bits, just put the lid on and shake it up. Black gesso is actually designed to split. It's not splitting. It's just the nature of the product. Black gesso will do that, and that is okay with black gesso, but not with other things. Yeah, I'm going to say the pigments in these are amazing. There's also not 50 million colors, so you don't need to have 50 million colors because these mix beautifully. And when I mix this burnt umber, chocolate brown, it is chocolate brown. It's not like the derivative of what it is. It is it. Sorry about the art theory lesson, but I'm just going to say, yeah. But if you have other paint, like if you have a different brand of gold and a different brand of silver and white and chocolate brown, use them up. Use what you have and use them up. Don't buy other stuff until you've used up what you have. Like, I'm a great believer in using what you have first. But you can't use oil paint because it leaches. You can't use oil paint on scrapbooking. You can use watercolor and you can use acrylic. Okay, so we're going to make this color here first. This poppy color. It's a lot of people say it's an ugly color, but it's not really. I love Montmartre, isn't it? With Kathy, I love wood grain. Yep. Do you like the flowers? Yes, I do love them on the page. The wood grain is, wood grain is amazing. I love making wood grain papers, and I love trying to make different ones. But yeah, so yeah, Montmartre is amazing. And, you know, they're an Australian brand. Like, this is not made in Australia. It's designed in Australia, made in China. But Montmartre are a Queensland brand. They do try and do as much as they can for art and creativity in Australia. They also have really good information on their products, and their products are really, really safe. So you're not risking bad pigments. Even with their fine art grade, which is really no different to this, hey. Some of their stuff they don't have. They've gone with a non-toxic version of a pigment, but we don't stock toxic. Even with gold and artist colors, we didn't stock cadmium pigments, like toxic pigments, because not everyone reads labels. I know that. So henceforth I didn't stock them. Okay, so I digressed there because I'm really interested in paint and the science of paint. It's one of my special interests. I love knowing how things work and what they're made out of. And obviously I like mixing paint colors to try and make something. Let's put our reference here. So I've got the chocolate brown. We're mostly going to work with our white. Can't see the grid on this because she didn't wipe it off, but that's okay. And we're going to need, you can see it's got a little bit of a yellowness to it, so we're going to need a little bit of gold. You know what I'm going to be doing on Sunday, don't you? I'm going to be cleaning boards. Yeah. Okay, so I've got a little bit of water. It's always good to start with a bit of water. But you'll always see that, like, when it dries a little different, like a little darker, but it never dries to be a completely different color. It never dries to be something that is like a shock and awe surprise that you didn't expect. So that's getting fairly close, but add a little bit of our gold. We don't need a perfect mix. Our timber's got different shades, like we've got some different shades in it. We do a lot of, at times, we do a lot of painting techniques in the Creative Hub on our chipboard in our weekly classes. So we've got a bit more of a brownness to this bit here. And we've got a bit more of a yellow goldiness to this bit here. And over here, we're going to have a bit more of a white a bit.
This is our first class with passion.
It is our first class with passion.
But not our first.
I'm going to be honest with you all. We are going to run out of passion.
I did have a question about the calculations.
No, because we've done a virtual retreat and it's been a very... So a lot of people bought paper packs for passion.
Which is great.
Which is great. So, and a mini book uses a lot of product. I'm going to say that. We are making a kit for the mini book. So for a variety of reasons, I don't think I've mixed the right color here, but I am liking it. Yeah, passion will run out, I think. I ordered extra fussy cut packs, so we should have them left because I'm really sorry, but you can actually do a lot with a fussy cut pack and scraps. I've cut quite a few of the flower sheet and the ring sheet in the fussy cut pack. Let's get a bit of this darker color. So my brush is probably a bit big for this design. So back in the day with chipboard, I used to get quite impatient. I just wanted to color it and move on. Like, yeah. I'll be honest. Whereas now I don't get time to paint anymore. I really would like to do a painting for Paint the Port, but I didn't do it last year. What's that? I know I've got till May, but the thing is, I'm just going to put a little bit of darkness on this one. The thing is, I sold my last Paint the Port painting. Well, I wasn't here. The kids sold it. So in a couple of spots, I'm going to put a little bit of darker colour, and I'm just going to blend it in. If you've got a bit of paint going, if you work fairly quickly.
To be fair, Noah sold that painting. Noah, I think, sold the most amount of paintings to people.
We have made a concerted effort lately to make sure we're going to have some paintings, because we've run out of paintings to sell in the store. We sell a lot of our paintings.
I'm fixing that issue, kind of.
So we do sell a few big paintings, like we've sold a few big ones lately, but we sell a lot of small art as well. Naomi's got a couple of collectors like mid-size art. It's really strange, isn't it, saying your daughter has people that collect her art. I actually think we don't know exactly who it was that bought one of her most recent piece she had in the art gallery here, but I actually think it's the people that bought her train. Or not the people that bought her train, the people that bought one of her other collages not long ago, because they love her collage. And he's a watercolor artist too. It's pretty amazing. But the art gallery don't tell us who buys the paintings. Okay. So we've got a little bit of I reckon that needs green. That's shocking, isn't it?
Did you just say the G word?
The G word. Green. Watching on the tube, says Trish. What time is it where you are? Hello, Shelley. It is 7:57 p.m. on a Friday night. We are in Queensland. We're on the central Queensland coast. Probably about 600 kilometres north of Brisbane.
Yeah, just for fun.
Whereabouts are you, Shelley? Hello, Debbie. Do you have star chipboard? Just stars. We actually do, don't we? We have that set that's the stacked stars.
1 second.
Okay, we're going to get a bit of sap green here.
Is this on Facebook or Instagram?
Tina is on YouTube. You have the best wood grain colours for sure. Thank you, Kathy. I try. Okay, so I've got a little tiny bit of sap green and I've just mixed it in to my colour.
I'm just going to put the codes in.
I think she's just going to put the code in, Tina. We have a set of stacked stars, don't we, Naomi John?
Yeah, it's the size 2.
There you go.
One that I'm putting. Yeah.
And it's just star upon star upon star, and you just cut them apart.
Yeah, with the little crack notes. Oh, Shelley's from Georgia.
Georgia. Oh, that's cool. Georgia. It's not quite 6 a.m. here. Well, you are keen. Not quite 6 a.m. Wow. Is it hot or cold? Because it's currently, what's the temperature here, Naomi John? See if you can get a Fahrenheit, Naomi, because they don't do Celsius over there. It's 5 degrees Celsius in Tasmania, where Mel is.
76% humidity right now.
What's that?
76% humidity.
76% humidity. There you go. It's always going to be humid here. How's that? Oh, look, we put a bit of green in. But when I move it, you can see a bit of a shimmer, and that's the gold. Like the metallic pigment will always come to the surface. I told you.
We're 23 degrees, which is 73.4 Fahrenheit.
73.4 Fahrenheit. And it is mid-autumn,
Yes.
mid-fall.
Just doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't feel like it. It never feels like it here. Rightio. Just check. So, that's looking pretty good, but we're going to brush some silver over it.
Strip.
So we're going to strip
A sampler.
a sampler, 2 pieces of paper, a piece of white,
Which two? Oh, both of the same.
2 pieces of the same paper.
And the.
And I'm going to get my fan brush. I bought a new fan brush. It disappeared. Basically straight away. And somehow, Old Faithful got a bit of a... That's glue in that. Or paste or something. Dearie me. Okay, so we're going to get a fair bit of water. Just gonna do like a softly patty. Bit there. And a lot of this will get hidden. I know that. Move things away. I am moving a little bit away. Even though, I will admit, I already have dinner on my shirt. So let's get a little bit of the green. As psychotic as that is.
Which one's yours?
None of those are my new fan brush. My new fan brush is yellow.
Oh, okay. So the 3 that I've taken from you in the past aren't the new one. Cool.
No. When we moved our studio around about a month ago, they discovered some stuff. It's like, oh my gosh. What did Amelia and I get out the other day? Oh, something. Oh, I have to show you guys this. Let's have a momentary digress. Does anyone remember these transfer books? This was 1 and 6. So these are iron-on transfers. This is my grandmother's. I have several copies of this book that are used, like partly used. But yes, it's a Semco. Yeah. I was showing Amelia. It's just one of my creative treasures from my grandma. Also have her button collection, her fancy buttons. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of the darker brown. And we're doing lots of dots, but they'll sort of disappear-ish.
Mel has snow.
Sorry?
Mel has snow.
Mel has snow. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put that over there. Then we're going to get some silver. Oh, let's get our cloth. And I know I need to get a new one out of the cupboard, but I do love my Old Faithful. Remembering the Bunnings ones are better. I don't know why. I do like to wash them before I use them, but okay, we're nearly out of silver on this one. So just need a tiny bit of silver. So we're bringing a bit of silver in because we've got like our postcards and our grey paper and that sort of stuff. It's sort of different, but we want a little bit of a dirty silver. Let's get a bit of brown. A bit of silver. We're going to rub most of it off the brush. And what we're going to do is it's a bit wet, but good. And I'm not cleaning the brush between. I've got a little bit of dark brown. I'm going to dry my brush a bit more. I'm just going to dry brush a bit of colour across, or up and down, and a bit of straight silver. Just mix a bit of our green with our taupey colour. And a bit of gold. The more layers you do, the messier it looks at different points in time, but also the more layers you do, the more depth it has in the end. The drier your brush as well, the more times you'll need to reload it, but also more interesting is, so let's go back and get it brown. And it's nice to have a few spots where it's a bit darker. And because we've been working on this, it's going to blend nice as well. Our first layer with our silvery taupe stuff was a little damp. And I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of moisture to it. Pat most of it off. I want this on a couple of little grazy spots. Sort of thicker streaks. Ooh, that's a bit much. That was a bit much there. Yeah. See. How's that look like? There you go. That's good. Look at that. Right, let's wash the brush out. And then we're going to just add like a little tiny bit of that silverness to our page. Need to take a dried mail or some photo op. But apparently there is lots of snow. I have a full book of grandmother's stencils, which are paper. Oh, which kid stole the fan brush? Which kid do you reckon, Cindy? Actually,
I don't know where it is.
What's that?
I don't actually think it was me.
She doesn't think it was her, but Noah doesn't steal those kind of. Naomi stole it, says Joanne Sheehan. It's supposed to be 80 degrees Fahrenheit today. What's that, Naomi, in Celsius?
1 second, please.
I would love just Star Chipboard at some stage. No title.
Is it 83?
Was there a title on that Star Chipboard?
There is. It's You're a Star.
You're a Star. Okay.
It's 83 is 28 degrees.
28 degrees. Oh, that's a bit little tropical. How many subs you need, Tina? I can see how many I haven't sent to you. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? Isn't there one that's just stars? Oh, I thought there was. Okay, so obviously our silver's going to be mucked up with a bit of brown in it, and that's cool. And we only want little bits. It's only doing little tiny fine dots. So the bigger the dots you want, the more water you need. These are kind of like backup dancer dots. Oh, I put a drop of water there. I don't think Noel would have pinched my fan brush because he doesn't use that. But he does have a penchant for like my favourite brushes. This one's permanently black. Yeah. Noah's painting for Paint Porch is glows in the dark. Like I'm not kidding you, it actually glows in the dark. It is freaky. We had to kind of turn it around because it was a bit of a freak out at night with it glowing. Yeah. We get up in the middle of the night and this thing is glowing at you. He made his own glow-in-the-dark paint with glow-in-the-dark pigments I had for something else. Okay. Let's bring this back. While that dries, roll the sleeves up. Now, I want to fill my frame for journaling.
Oh, shoot, I forgot that.
What?
Did you use the... Is it the...
No, I didn't.
Okay. I'm all good.
Okay, I think I know what I have to do. Right, so let's cut out behind our photo mat, in the back of our photo mat, behind our photo. We'll alleviate some weight. Let's prepare all of our pieces. We used to do a pack of stars.
Oh, no, what? I know what she's talking about now. Sorry. It's the Craft Star pack. One second.
Oh, can't find it there, or the fussy cut packs. Show it to me.
Just give me a minute.
Oh, you mean the Craft
It
Stars?
looks like chipboard on...
Yeah, so we have a pack of Craft Stars.
Here we go. I now know what it is. It's these ones.
I think we do Craft Cogs as well still.
It's nearly the same thickness as Chippy Cups.
Yeah, it's nearly the same as chipboard. It's like, oh, it's probably half the thickness. It's really thick, heavy, this really heavy craft stuff.
But you can still paint it exactly like you paint chipboard.
I planned on making a heap of products with it. And yeah, we only made a couple with it. We didn't, yeah, I don't know. So I'm using Chippy Strip on the back of my photo. What's my glue? I reckon Naomi Johns used the fan brush and put it somewhere.
I actually think I used it on Monday night, so I've
It's possibly in the bathroom.
I've incriminated myself through video.
It's probably in the bathroom. So we've had a lot of discussion around here lately about leaving water tubs and paintbrushes in the bathroom. That it's a no-no. So my little postcard is, when did that happen? Is going on Chippy Strip. And I'm going to put my padlock because he's mine, and I trained him and I'm going to keep him. Oh, I couldn't think of anything worse than having to train another male. So I've got my padlock, my postcard. I think this postcard here too Why not?
Sorry, the only thing in the bathroom was this bad boy.
The
Hold up.
new spritzer.
Hold up a minute.
Oh,
It was in your holder at
well,
the back.
it was entwined in the splatter brush.
Everyone, look.
Oh, look, I'm very sorry. It was there, but it was entwined in, was incorporated into this splatter brush thing. I don't use that.
Not often.
Maybe you take the splatter brush and give me back that.
Let's just say I've written a...
There'll be no written apology. I mean, look what she's done to my palette knife. You know, up until recently, I still had the palette knife I had in high school. And they snapped it.
It's well used. Vintage.
Vintage. Right, so let's put some tape on the back of our hexagons. Been contemplating doing octagons, but I just don't know if octagons will work for things. Okay, so I'm just going to go around and put tape on the back of all these because that's just going to drive us nuts, putting tape on the back of them as we stick them down. That'll get old really, really soon. Now, I have completely trashed our design, which I will have to start from scratch with again. Kind of, almost. I think we're going to use some of these words. We'll have to cut them apart, won't we? Okay, so I'm going to put that back up there. I'm going to get the other one that I cut on. The dodgy one. Craft knife and a mini word tool. Oh, how did you manage to train yours? Mine is still a work in progress, 16. Okay. Yeah, it's taken a long time, Tina. Although I'm going to say it took me over 20 years to train him not to dump his work boots in the... Oh, no, probably not 20 years. Probably took me 10 years to train him not to put his work boots in, leave them in the bathroom. And just lately he's been doing it again. So there's been a bit of a discussion about work boots in the bathroom. That's one of my pet hates. I actually don't like any shoes in the bathroom. And Amelia Ann always has at least 2 pairs of shoes under the bathroom vanity. So what about we do adventure? And this one is, so line 3 at the top. Adventure, wonder, not wander, it's wonder. And maybe dream. Let's do love. Let's do mushy stuff. And it'll be exactly the same. It'll be number 3. But yeah, the shoes in the bathroom. That's... Quentin does most of the cooking, which is a bit of a He has been ripped off. When we were teenagers, we made a deal. When we moved in together, we made a deal that I would cook, and because his cooking skills were pretty nil, and he would wash up. I still don't wash up. The children are meant to do that. But he now cooks. Oh, I cut that one a bit close. Whoopsie. I might cut these with scissors because I can hardly see. I don't have any glasses again. Yeah. Kids are meant to wash up. Actually, boys are meant to wash up. Oh, let's do joyous. Because I trashed Wonder. Just got to keep the fingers away. I sliced my finger. Was it last week, Naomi?
Yeah, last weekend.
No, not last weekend. It was the week before. I sliced my finger quite badly with a craft knife. Okay, let's put that in the bin. Oops. Say mine is pretty good most of the time. Yeah, that's not bad. Glenn and I work together very well. We've worked together before. In our other business, we worked together. So, and he was the boss then. This time, I'm the boss. But I think the thing is, we kind of do it as equals. We definitely do it as equals. Okay, so I'm going to put my journaling flat because my photo kind of goes over it a bit. But let's have a look at our background. Are we dry? Just where the photo is going to go. Yep, we are. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut out behind my photo for my journaling book. I think it's going to go there. And just coming in a little bit and doing like a little, you know, little check marky thing. Yep. Without poking a hole in my finger. Madness, I know. I think that looks better with the splotches down the bottom. Now we're going to put this on first onto our background, and we're going to prep our journaling block because the page kind of needs to be flat to do what I want to do. And I know a lot of people don't like journaling. I know it's like a bit of a taboo subject sometimes because it's, you know, it's work and it's talking about ourselves and it's writing, but it is important. I am very appreciative of the fact that my mum was never going to scrapbook, but I'm really appreciative of the fact that she scrapbooked for, she probably scrapbooked for 11 years, 10 or 11 years she scrapbooked for, and she wrote a lot in her books and she did lots and lots of journaling, and I really appreciate that. I have lots of examples of her handwriting, and I have her take on her life story and what, you know, what it was like growing up when she did. My mum is 85, so she was an older mum, and for my cohort that I went to school with, so it was different for her. Okay, so the journaling block, getting straight writing is a bit of a pipe dream sometimes. I know that. So what I had a thought, I know that's a bit crazy, is I've been working out how I can get straight journaling lines. So a light pencil line with the T ruler. So my journal block is not straight, but I want my journaling to be. Then with our mini word guide, and I want my lines to be, do I want that far apart? Or do I want that? I think that's a bit far. I think I'm going to go on the second line, which I have painted mine red. Like I've painted a green, a red, and a blue. There's no rhyme or reason with those colours. But I do my writing fairly close together. So, just lightly. And I replace the lead in these pencils with, and that's why we sell 2B lead, because it's softer and easier to rub out. But what I'm going to do is, before I put my page together, I'm going to get my eraser that Naomi John's going to try and find on Amelia Ann's craft desk. Now, we do know Amelia Ann did take the eraser. I'm going to lighten these lines up so that once I've written my journaling and I've left it a considerable amount of time for my pen to dry. Now, I won't do the journaling until this goes in an album now, because I don't necessarily want all of my stories on the walls at work. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't need to know the ins and outs of everything. Let's get the green off that. So this is a Staedtler, and you can get, so this is the blue wrapper with the white writing, or you can get white wrappers with blue writing. White wrappers with blue writing are the same, but dearer. I get mine from Officeworks. And they're quite a good price, and they last a long time, but these are the best. We used to stock them at the store, but the thing is they sell them for less than what I was paying for them wholesale. So it doesn't make sense for me to stock them anymore. I ended up buying all of them from my own store. Okay, so I've got it nice and light, so it's ready to be rubbed out. Once I do, and you could actually leave them there as a part of the design. But that's ready for me to journal on and then rub it out when I'm done. And it's straight with the page. Oh, can you see that? There you go. You can see that now. I'm going to put that eraser. I'm going to just clean it. Always make sure it's clean before you go to use it. There you go. Goes there. Rightio. So now our photograph's going to go here. It kind of sticks on. We've got this little piece here and we're going to patch the holes at the back with. We'll do that. So let's get our bits and bobs. And we've got our T-ruler to help. So down in this corner here, we have our postcard, possibly a word. Let's leave the words in the middle of the journaling block. A couple of leaves. I actually think the flowers might need a bit of chippy strip on the petals. So let's do that. Let's make sure there's nothing stuck under that. And I just lost my word. Let's put some chippy strip on the petals of our flowers. These were on the sampler sheet, these flowers. What am I looking for? Two. We just need a little bit. I think the next thing will be we start with our hexagon design, and we might start at the bottom and then we'll try and sort of fake our way to evenness to the top. Or maybe we'll start at the top. That other word on there. So this is the top right. This is the top left. They're the bits and bobs that go with. This is the bottom left. And then this is the bottom right. And we will put these with the bits on there. Okay. Actually, let's start at the top. So the photo is going to go there, right? So we know that we had some, and they just peeked over the top of the photo. I've got glue on my fingers. That goes there. They're just over the top. Okay. Let's just lay this out again. So we have that one and that one and that one. Oh, I stitched one from down there. What do you think? No. Maybe something like that. Or, yeah. So the ones that peek out are going to be this brick and the lace. So when I cut out a sampler sheet that's got hexagons on it, I actually just go around the outside. I make it into a bit of a, you know, a process. I just go around and around and around and around until I get it to the point where I can snip one off, and then I just snip one off and go from there. Let's go a bit closer. I've got this one. If you get part of the design nice and straight and in line, helps if it's lined up. It actually all then comes together quite easily. But I don't need it to be perfect. Like, I am far, 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 far from perfect. So it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, so this bit's going to hang off the side. Go there. The brick's going to go here. And then what we're going to do is, I'm actually going to glue this bit on here. Oh dear. Oh, Naomi, we're nearly out of power over here. I'm not going to cut the end off my glue.
I feel like you waited for me to be over here for that one.
No. Just happened that you were over here when the glue was playing up.
Okay, I
Literally.
tried to fix it.
I'll just leave that one dry just a moment, and then we're going to be able to salvage something new out of that. Right, so then we've got these ones here. These two. And they're going to come across. And then what did we have over here? We had... I think we had like a grey. We had it sort of like that. We'll have sort of that one there like that. You reckon? Something like that. think we can stick our photo on now. Covering the hole we made in the page. Just stuck a glue photo down on my page. This way a bit. Just wipe that off. Wipe that under the table. Oops, I got a bit of a dodgy bit there. I'll stick something on that. Like a word. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, quite a jig. Okay. So, where was that scrappy bit? Yeah. 3 o'clock in the morning, people. Okay. So, postcard, padlock, and we'll come back to the other bits. Okay, now we're going to, now these don't necessarily, they match in height, but they don't necessarily come across matching. Let's be realistic about that. I think this one's crooked. It'll be right. It's really crooked. It's not going to be right. Okay, so what if we not line these up, have them on the opposites like here, and then we'll have like one there. Then I add another brick one here. Oh dear. Don't peel the tape off, Elisa. Gee willikers. There we go. What about that? Let's get that tea roller. Page looks cool. Very late to the party. That's okay, Jacqueline. No note required. How's that sound? Okay, so what we need to do is just put this one on where we think it's going to go. And we're just going to line up with that. About there. About there. All we're doing is just going from one to the other. We'll get a couple in, and then what we'll be able to do is just sort of slot the others in, kind of, you know, around about. Or we might use a roller for this one. And this one go just here, I think. Yeah, that's pretty straight. Okay. So if you are late, like if you're watching this late, the sale we talked about earlier, our Australian made sale, is only until midnight this Sunday. Just if you watch the video today, our store tour, you would know that by midnight on Sunday, I actually mean that it is on Monday when I turn it off, because I'm the IT department. So when you think that we need to get the IT guy in, it's actually me. I am IT around here, and hence why I get so frustrated when things don't work or they change. Okay, so we put our adventure word there because I had a little bit of a glue incident. And then, oh, where's our chipboard? Let's cut our chipboard apart. Dear me, I nearly put it together without the title. I love these flowers, by the way. They're really nice just in a straight colour, just as a like a cluster filler. They're really, really, yeah, they're really handy. I do love using them. You know, when you just need some extra bit of foliage with flowers, or just on a card when you just need a little something simple, like a little stand-up set of flowers that's nice and simple. They're really good for that. Okay. And this little one in here, I do it with a craft knife. Oh, look at that. Oh, I like it. Sorry. Reveling in my own, happiness. Thank you, Di. So Passion is very pink, but we haven't used the pink. we've used the timber and we've got lace and brick hexagons, but we've used the grey and we've used those teal tones.
Are you ready for bed?
What's that?
She was trying to stay up to say good night to you after you finished class and was going to get away with reading, but it's like 9 minutes to 9, so you've outstretched Amelia's ability to stay up reading. Don't say good night to Mum. No, I'm still going to stay up.
I'm still going to stay up.
She's not going to read.
She's not going to read.
Because you were falling asleep.
No, I read my 2 chapters in my English chest. Went to bed.
She's going to stay up, but she's done reading.
I left my phone.
Okay. So I'm actually rubbing out the lines where they go in behind and can't really be written on. Going behind my, and I made a mistake here. I should have said this. Behind my embellishments on my journal block. We also have those awesome eraser pencils. So they're like a tealy green colour and they've got a brush on the end, a bristly brush, black one, and they're an eraser. So they're actually a pencil that's an eraser. They're really cool. So let's stick our flowers on. I think we have one sort of here. I don't actually know what sort of flowers these are meant to be. Very sorry. It's very bad of me, I know. And some leaves, because leaves make everything better. They do, don't they? Leaves just make everything better. Oh, that looks terrible. Let's put a little leaf in there. Just a little one. That's better. Tuck a little leaf in here. She's coming to take a picture.
But when you're ready.
I don't know about that. Oh, that's weird. put a word up here, but I think I'm going to get the small ruler, T ruler. So we have a 12-inch T ruler, and we also have like a 6-inch T ruler. That is meant to be sort of more for card makers, but I'll probably use it just as much for scrapbooking. Oops, I moved that. Yeah. Tweezers could quite possibly be better for this. And you can't take a photo yet.
Okay.
I'm making her wait.
Well, it's just that I've got to,
Here, I'll just trim this and you can take the photo. I think I'm done faffing around. Oh no, I did cut the page down. I did a page earlier this week and forgot to cut it down.
You did two actually.
This week? No, that was last week.
Hmm?
No, it was my class this week. I forgot to cut down. Oh no, it wasn't my class. It wasn't.
Okay.
Something else I did.
Talking.
Okay. Ooh, sorry. Oh, you're on my head off. Okay. So should have really cleaned as I went. I did a little, but not enough. Okay. So what can we talk about? So our Australian made sale is until midnight on Sunday night. Well, it's actually until sometime Monday morning. When I turn it off. When I get to work, I'll turn it off. It is now working correctly. It worked in tests earlier in the week, and then it didn't work today.
We have 2 classes, don't we, this weekend?
Oh, yes. So tomorrow night and Sunday night, I'm doing a 2-part class making a mini book with passion. So we're making a mini book from scratch. And that's where I'm doing. And then up here, all hexagons. Would it be possible to make a tool for paper weaving? Oh, I don't know what tool you'd make for paper weaving. I actually don't know what tool would make paper weaving easier. Because it's just over under. Oh, sorry. Drawing a blank there. Sorry, Di. Thank you, Di and Joanne. And Joanne. And Jacqueline and Sam, beautiful layout. I can't wait for the retreat next week. It's going to be amazing, isn't it, Dee? Yes. Yes, can't wait. Love the hexagons. I love hexagons too. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Jacqueline.
Sorry.
I think he's just going past to annoy me now. Sorry. That's what it was. Mediterranean Vibes bookings close next Friday. And Mediterranean Vibes has been moved to the first weekend in June because they didn't overlap, but they did actually overlap in preparation and people being in groups and messenger groups. So Mediterranean Vibes and Passion were overlapping, and it really doesn't go well. It makes it really, really difficult for everybody to keep up with where they're at. We have had this issue before, so we've moved Mediterranean Vibes. It's also the time it takes to get our pattern paper has now been extended out. It's taking a little longer to get it. Same company, but it's taking a little longer to get it. They're wanting to be a lot more precise right now, just because we had the color issue with Passion. They want to make sure they've got plenty of time. So we've actually, our time frame, Mediterranean Vibes hasn't arrived yet. But yes, so time frames have been stretched out for that.
The kit's now live.
Oh, thank you. We do have another collection before Mediterranean Vibes. We postponed another one till later on. But yes, we do have another one before Mediterranean Vibes. We actually postponed 2 because of Passion. The kit is now live.
See them eventually.
Yes, you will get to see them eventually. Thank you. Diana, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Jacqueline and Karen. Love the pewter. I will miss Summer Friday as I'll be traveling back from New South Wales after reconnecting with my mum after 4 years. I will be an amazing week. That is going to be an awesome week, Dee. You are, you're going to be on cloud 9. Di, if you think of what the tool would do, I'd be interested. I'm just trying to think how you would make weaving easier. Yeah. I do a class where we do rattan weaving, like on the back rattan on chairs. It's a fun class. That's a really fun class. It's a face-to-face class. You can't do that one on the video. That one's a bit hard. So our Australian Made sale goes through until midnight on Sunday night. It's 25% off over 6,000 of our products we make. It does not include chippy strips or paper packs, fussy cut packs, or tools. It also doesn't include the really big background cuts because they're already discounted, and our year in review background 12 by 12 ones, they're already discounted as well. There was something else that's already discounted. The ribbon packs are possibly in there, but they're not Australian made. They're just put together in Australia. So just so you know, they're not Australian made ribbons. We don't manufacture ribbon, unfortunately. But yeah, I think that's about it. We had 2 Passion kits released this week. There's a trio of singles and a double page. So 2 different kits. They're on the website. This kit is now on the website. And there'll be a kit for the mini book. But we're only making a limited number. We only make a limited number of kits now. And once they're gone, they're gone. You can see all of our kits in our... Well, actually, that's not all the kits. That's in our video today. Our store tour. So we're right to go now, Mary Jo?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've commented in the comments. It's live.
So take care, stay safe. I love yous all, and thank you for coming to class or our scrap along or whatever you want to call it. And we will see you tomorrow. Definitely see you at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Queensland time, to do our class. Oh, yeah. It didn't look anything like it, did it?
Yeah.
It's a bit inspired. There's a bit here, a bit here. Yeah. We went off on a tangent. But that's good. So we'll see you tomorrow sometime. Take care, stay safe, love yous all, and don't forget sale ends at midnight on Sunday night. Bye.